Good afternoon. My name is Katie Russell, and I've been asked to share some of my journey over 3 years' time, competing in a nationwide contest called the National Invention Convention. The National Invention Convention is a national contest for public school kids that begins each year at the local level. The contests roll up to the state championships, which in turn roll up to the national championships held each year at the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan. My journey began in middle school. I was drawn to the contest because it allowed me to create anything that I could imagine. Middle school Katie had plenty of imagination and desire to help people in some way. The first year of competition, I found inspiration close to home. My grandmother had just had hip replacement surgery and found it difficult to bend down to fill the bowls of food for her cat and dog. I remember thinking, it's too bad that Mimi could not stretch her arm down to the bowl. And with that, though, an inventor was born. I created my first invention. It's called the Freedom Feeder. Basically, it's a container filled with food, a leash trigger, and a tube about 3 feet in length to deliver food to the bowl. Imagine a young inventor with her first ever invention in the winning group locally, and then winning through the regional convention to the state finals at UConn. I was hooked. Sadly, my journey that year ended at UConn, ending as a state finalist. But the following day, I began thinking about my next invention, determined to win the state championships the following year to qualify for the national championships. During my next school year, I began to gain more of a broader view of what I could accomplish. Rather than solve a specific problem for a loved one, I began to think of what issue I could solve for a larger group of people. With that broader mindset in place, it was still inspiration for someone local that helped me create my next invention. Being driven to school each day, I got to enjoy the antics and friendliness of Joe, the school cross guard. He was such a cheerful person, I enjoyed seeing him each morning. It was on a cold morning that I had thought of his feet being very cold, and just like that, I realized that there was a lot of crossing guards hard at work around the country. Also police, firefighters, and first responders of all sorts who had also had to work in the cold. In addition to that, the recreational people who ski and skate. The second invention is called the Power Sole, a self-forming shoe insert. It is powered with devices called piezo elements. The way that they work is they take kinetic energy, like to force from walking, and convert it into current. I used a typical retail shoe insert and attached the piezo elements, and also hardwired the elements together. After some trial and error, I was finally able to get the connections just right. My competition version was connected to a small light bulb. When I saw the judges pushing down on the invention, and then the light bulb lighting up, I knew I had given myself a good opportunity to win. As luck smiled on me that day, I was fortunate to win the state championships, held once again at UConn, and advance to the national championships. The national championships were both scary and exciting at the same time. Having it held at such an amazing museum added to the excitement. I did not win that year, but walked away with a new determination. I convinced myself that I was going to show the competition that a girl could not only compete in STEM, but also win at the highest level. I thought long and hard about my third invention. I had several ideas, but none seemed outstanding. Then one day in science class, we were again covering the topic of energy, and then it hit me. I thought of something that I felt was truly inspiring, and best of all, it could potentially change the world. I revisited my previous year's idea of using piezo elements. My third invention is called the Power Purifier. The basic concept is that I created a device that could convert one form of energy, sound, into another form of energy, current, for use to power electrical devices. My thoughts started drifting to people around the world living in remote villages near a loud waterfall, people living in noisy cities, the underside of cars, the inside of car and train tunnels, airport runways, anywhere that there was a loud and sustained sound. Imagine if my invention could power a health clinic in a remote village or recharge EV vehicles so they did not use fossil fuels for recharging. The competition started, and I was amazed to see the Power Purifier breeze through the local and regional contests, and ending back at the state finals. Once again, I was fortunate that the judges were receptive to my invention as I won the state championships, off to nationals. It felt different this time. I felt like I had created something really good. I couldn't believe the results. Power Purifier won the national championships. I won a college scholarship and won the top show award of Best in Show awarded by Raytheon Corporation. I also won a patent application with a top law firm in Washington, D.C. My application is in the final stages of approval, and we think it'll be awarded over the summer. I plan on helping a lot of people with that invention. Soon after, I was chosen to represent the United States in the first ever Global Invention Convention against kids from around the world. The best experience of all, though, was that a girl won a national STEM competition. Paving the way for other girls to compete is a proud achievement, and I can't wait to see what other girls go on to create. Female empowerment is one of the many reasons I'm attending Ethel Walker. The school community is such a wonderful environment for girls to develop into their future selves. I feel safe, heard, and encouraged by fellow students, staff, and administration. It's the type of environment that inspires deep thought, and I'm so happy to use this time and develop future ideas that may turn into inventions. Thank you.